Hi there, my name is Steve Gearhart, and this is the Unagi Observer. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching these interlude or filler videos between the seasons. So these are just little tidbits of things I'm going to throw at you guys, just to have to keep the channel going kind of thing, but they're not as in-depth as some of my other stuff is. A couple things, we got OnCon 7 coming up in March. There's a link down below if you want to register. It is for free. It's a free online convention, and we got a pretty good lineup going on, so check the link out and please stop on by. Again, it's free. If you got an internet connection, you can attend. There you go. All right, so this week is going to be, like I said, a kind of a short filler video, and as I do this channel, I do a lot of different types of fandoms. It's not just anime. I do all things Asian. I talk about movies, like MCU, stuff like that. I talk about role-playing games, science fiction, and I also talk about one of my first loves, really geek hobby of mine, which is comic books. Yes, before there was anime, for me, it was comic books. So let's get into it. So like I said, before I became an anime otaku, I was really a geek into comics. That's my first real fandom that I can say, where I went the extra mile, buying the comics, making sure that they're taken care of, and following the storylines, and having subscriptions, having them delivered to my house back in the day, all that good stuff. Went to comic book conventions, always a fun time. And this was something that I did before I did anime. Now, this doesn't mean I wasn't watching anime at the time. It's just that my interest and my concentration were on comic books. Mostly Marvel, some DC. You can guess which popular DC ones they were, like Batman, things like that. But it was mostly Marvel. So that's been one of my fandoms. Of course, I'm a big MCU fan. I'm an even bigger Netflix MCU fan. I hope that they bring that back into the fold here pretty soon. The Netflix stories, that is. So let's get back to the comics. So I was at Wegmans the other day, and as I was walking around, kind of getting this and that and the other thing, just for the apartment food. And I went by that section that, parents don't want to take their kids down because it's like the little tchotchke toys and things like that. And I happened to just go, I'll just go down there. Because every now and again I like to pick up a little thing or two to play around with. Anyway, so because I'm a big kid. So I went down, and so this thing caught my eye. You all have seen it before in like dollar stores and things like that, which is like one of those clear plastic bags where it says comics, and it's like 4 for however much. This case, it was 4 for $7.99, and it's just a grab bag of comics. And of course, the way they put it is, comics, collectible comics. Who knows if they are or not? So anyway, I saw this one lone bag of comics, and I said, "You need a home. You need a home." So I picked it up and I bought it. So I've never done like anything like an unboxing video. It's not in a box, but you get what I mean, like unwrapping, unpacking, whatever, those kind of videos. But I figured I'd do this one today, even though it's kind of, more or less see-through, so you can see at least 2 of the comics, kind of. So, there's that. Here's the other side of it. So, let's go ahead and open her up. See what else we got in here. There we go. Careful. Always be careful with your comics. There we go. Alright, so let's start with the DC one, that way we saw in the other part. This looks to be Flash, number 48. Here's the cover for that. Okay. Not that familiar with DC storylines, so I'm not exactly sure about who all of these characters are. But it looks like the Flash is wanted. Interesting art. Of course, you have your obligatory, ads there for the DC universe. There's a Batman, Superman one in here. And, interesting. Okay, it's just the Flash being hunted down. That's what it looks like. Fun cover. Be interested in that. Okay, the next one in here is, that you do not see on the outside, interesting cover, Youngblood from AwesomeComics.com. I'm not familiar with these guys. It's been a little while since I've done actual collecting. So I'm looking on the back here. It says, "Ask for awesome entertainment." If any of you out there are familiar with this brand, please say something. Put something down below. Please don't troll. So it looks kind of interesting. Interesting characters here. Oh my. Okay. So this is what you open up to. All right. Interesting. Oh yes, and this is Alan Moore. So it says Moore on the top, right? It is Alan Moore. Alan Moore does the story. So, and this is issue number 1 of Youngblood. So we'll have to take a look at this. It's been such a long time since I've collected comics, so sometimes you get connected and you just don't realize what people are doing and things like that. So this is kind of interesting to me. So I'll take a look at this. Alan Moore. I always liked Alan Moore. Who doesn't like Alan Moore? Anyway, so here we go on to Topps Comics, as in the trading cards. This one is, really? Satan's 6. Wow, this is Kirby. Kirby Chrome. Trading card inside. Is there a oh, wow. Okay, this one is back in the day. Yeah, this one is definitely back in the day. 1993. Wow. Okay, and it shows. Look at that. Now, is that not a Kirby cover or what? Right? Look at that. Now, it says that there should be a trading card in here. There is, I think. Is that a card? Trading card? Yeah, well, it's something. Not sure. Looks more like rules to me about something. But look at that art. Look at that Kirby art. Kirby-esque art. Alright. Could be wrong, but I don't think there is an actual collector's card in here. Unless that was it. Interesting, top side. So they talk about, they have a memorial to Harvey Kurtzman, who was from 1924 to 1993. They have bullpen bios of Tony Isabella, Armando Gil, Baton Lash, John Cleary. Interesting. Give it a go. See what happens. If for nothing else, then the art. The art looks really kind of interesting. Inked by all-star lineup, Terry Austin, Steve Ditko, Frank Miller, Mike Royer, and Joe Sino. Wow. Okay. Look at it for the art. Now the last one is a Marvel one. And it is of the Flashback series. And it's called The Incredible Hulk. And it's interesting because when they put the issue number on there, it says -1. I don't know if you can see that. Up there at the top. But, take a look at that. We all know who that artist is, right? So we have, let's see here, The Death of Bruce Banner. Who is it? Who did it? And why? So you have Brian the Convict Banner. I think that's the father. The Old J Giant himself. Bruce the Brain Banner. And Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross. And Stan the Man Lee is in this. Gotta love it. Direct edition. Oh, okay. So this is not quite... Alright, gotcha. 1997 story frame. Peter Davis, writer. Adam Kubert, pencil. Mark Farmer, ink. John Workman, lettering. Dan Brown, colors. Bobby Chase, the editor. And Bob Harris, the editor-in-chief. This looks like a fun thing. A flashback. And yes, this looks to be a murder mystery, and actually Stan Lee's drawn character in here actually is an actual character who breaks the fourth wall. Okay, not familiar with the flashback stuff, but it looks like this could be fun. So this could look like a fun read. So that's what I got for $7.99. Happened to see it in the Wegmans kids aisle because, you know, why wouldn't I be in the kids aisle? Anyway, so that's what I found. So going to take a look at them and enjoy them. All right, so that's it for this interlude video for this week, and I got something a little bit coming up next week. I think it's going to be a very short, like we're talking like less than 2 minutes long, of a behind the scenes of kind of sort of, in a way, behind the scenes of OnCon 6. So if you're interested in OnCon 7, you might want to watch this upcoming video. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. We got the archaeology dig week. If I can speak today. We got the weekly dig going on at Anime Archaeology. I'll put the link down below. And I believe we're going to talk about Macross Plus. All right, see you guys there.